Peace, y'all. It's your man Dave with my brother Quest, the man bringing you all things marriage, paying you huge dividends on your investment in time with us. We're talking about love, sex, having children, money, spirituality, life, communication, and anything else to help you thrive and win in your relationships. And guess what? This is grown folks' business. So get ready to make grown-up decisions. You know why? Because marriage ain't for suckers. That's the name of the program. Marriage ain't for suckers. All right, let's get into it. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What we talking about today?
What up? What up? What up? Welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. You already know what it is. I'm the host with the most, Jay Quest, in the building, alongside my co-host, my man, my mellow, my man. Oh, come on, y'all. LD, the anomaly, Harris. Give it up.
Yo, that was predictable, man. You knew I was going to hit that track. One day we're going to drop a verse on you, though. I've been in my verse feelings lately, Quest. What up, though? Yo, shout to the people in the D. What's up, son? Shout to the people in New York City. What up, Joe? What up, Joe? Shout to the people in the DMV. I can go all day, but I think I'll just pause right here.
What?
Yeah.
Shout out to the people in ATL. What up, folk?
Yeah. Hold up. I got one for you.
Yeah.
Kagdila. Shout to the people in Russia. Horosho. Listen, I can go all day. Maybe we should just pause right here.
Shout out to the people ayad. Wagwan.
Yeah. Anyan Haseo. Shout to the people in South Korea and shout to the Koreans.
Shout out to the Haitians. Sakpase.
Yeah, we can go all day, man.
All day, man.
Yeah, what's up, though? What's up? We here,
Nothing, man. It's a joy to be on again with my bro and chop it up over this thing that we, you know what I'm saying, hold with high esteem because he holds it with high esteem. Who is he? Yeah, King of Kings,
That's
Lord
good.
of Lords. You know
That's
what I'm
good.
saying?
Yeah.
Ruler, soul controller, Ayatollah, rest in the sky, the clouds, my sofa. Oh, come on.
I'm going to give y'all a verse one day. Y'all playing. It's I got it in me, man. Y'all didn't know.
Yeah, the pen is always, you know what I'm saying? You might just have to blow off a little dust, but the pen is always working. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. Shouts out to everybody listening this episode. Like for real, if you feel or have gained or what's the word that boss lady used? Gleaned any dope information from the Maths podcast, you know what I'm saying? The Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. Do me a favor. That's all I'm asking you to do. Go by Apple Podcasts, go by whatever platform you listening to it on and leave us a review. And then in addition to that, share it with somebody who you know will be blessed. Big up Win Grip. Bless up yourself. Oh, yeah.
Yo, tell them what I would tell you, Quest. Just tell them in my voice what I would say to you. And I said, I'm not saying it to you no more. I said it to RK3 the other week.
What's that?
And I said I would leave you alone.
Come on, my yard.
Yes, thank you. That was my message from me to you, Gray.
Yeah.
Come through.
Yep. You know where you're supposed to. Yo, but here's the funny thing about it. I would be out. The way things are right here on the stateside, like for real, sometimes I feel like I'm living in an alternate reality with the stuff that I see going on in terms of government and all of that other stuff.
Homie, you remember?
I'm over it.
Brother, you remember when real quick when the brother in my breakout room said he's coming to visit. Here it is.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is, Wayne. So there's a guy in the States right now. He said he's coming to Jamaica for vacation.
Yeah.
But he got an alert. Remember that, Quest? He got an alert that said, you know, because of all these dangerous, scary things are happening in Jamaica. Were you in the room the morning?
It
was Jatan. He was like, and then I said, it's BS. You don't remember that. You weren't there the morning.
I might not have been, but I
No,
mean,
you
I've seen it before.
but I told him, he was like, yeah, we getting these alert. No, I did ask you, and I said, lie me, I tell, and you were,
Yep.
because you had
Oh
just come
yes.
home.
Yeah.
And I was just
Yeah.
like, this is crazy. Like, I stay in the ghetto. Like, I stay in the hood. Like, I said what's up to a person I can't say I said what's up to or what he does. The other 2 days ago, right after the homie asked the question, and I'm like, they're in their zone doing what they do. They're not bothering people on the outside of that problem. Like, so don't believe the hype. Like when don't believe the hype about other people's countries, man. It's hype most of the time, bro.
But here's the funny thing about it, though. It's like what you're talking about is going on in their country is going on in your own country. It's going on everywhere.
It's going on worse because there's no mass shootings going on here.
Oh, come on.
You don't have to worry about people. I'm not saying it can't happen. It can happen anywhere. But when I go to Josiah school, I'm not thinking somebody gonna Lego at the school. When I go to church, I'm not thinking somebody gonna Lego at church. I'm not thinking that somebody gonna air out the highway or, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, y'all easy with that, bro.
That chick shot up Joel Osteen's church the other day.
No, I will say that finally some Christian people have some sense, and they sorted her situation out almost immediately.
Real quick.
So thank God for people who still stay on the wall, like with Nehemiah. One hand you work, one hand you got your sword, because that could have been a very messy situation. I'm sad that she positioned herself that way, because it's very painful. Too. It's painful, but I'm just very
for her family too.
Oh my word! But I'm just thankful that the church did not get aired out, bro. And those dumb brothers were waiting. They were waiting for somebody to do something crazy in there.
David.
Eh?
Now, because my wife, she's Daddy.
Okay, I hear what you're saying.
But now she's starting to sing to a different tune now.
Listen,
right?
The church I went to in Virginia before we went, in Alexandria before we left, we were the church I got baptized in. Listen, whenever the pastor or the elder would say, "Let us pray," and they would everybody would bow their heads. We had former Navy SEALs that never bowed their heads. We had people who were still in uniform never bowed their heads. We had brothers that were sheriffs that were collecting the offering, and if they let their coat go, you would see more than you want to see on their waist, that never bowed their heads, because they know that people bananas out here, man.
David, I'm from a place called Flatbush, Brooklyn.
The bush.
So due to knowledge, I don't close my eyes when we praying. While I'm praying, as an elder on Sabbath, sometimes my head is, but I'm looking through the frame of my glasses at the two main doors that come into the sanctuary.
Brother, so y'all can play with it and make it seem as if a miracle has to happen for certain kinds of protection. But again, go back to Nehemiah and see how those brothers were on the swivel, because sometimes people think that they can interrupt the work of God. And sometimes you got to deal with their business. That's all I got on that. I don't even know how we got on that. I'm just saying, like.
I'm just saying. It's funny because
you better stop. Like, don't do that.
I read the story recently. As a matter of fact, earlier on this week, and my man moved. He moved like a real bad boy, a real bad man.
So
yeah, he for real. He sorted the place out at night, and during the day he worked with one tool in one hand and the other tool in the other.
That's right. You want to spackle or render with one hand, and if somebody step up wrong, then you're gonna get whatever's in the other hand.
Yep, for real. Shouts out to the homie Eva.
Eva, man, we love Eva. Don't we love Eva?
Say what you want. I don't care who's saying what they want, and we might fight if you say anything wrong.
Yeah,
but I love Eva Palacios.
I adopted her, and she accepted, because I was like, you're just gonna have to tell me no, and she was like, I'm not gonna tell you no.
Praise God. And if you don't know, then you need to know.
And now you know. Now you know.
Word up. What we talking about today, D?
Yes.
Whoa.
Dang, man.
Whoa.
I almost got by.
I'm slipping. I'm completely slipping. You know what I'm saying? How is life on the rock?
Yo, life is life, man.
You already know life is life. It don't
Life
feel
is
right
life.
unless I hear you say that. I'm
Brother,
just
life
saying.
is life. We got
Yeah.
we're the land of wood and water, bro. What am I gonna say?
Bro, let me tell you something. I need to be in the land of wood and water.
I told you I'm gonna leave you alone, so I'm just gonna
Hey,
nod.
I'm
Watch.
going to
I'm
pray
just
and
gonna
let God.
nod and look.
Yeah, I left it in God's hands, man. Let God, you know what I'm saying, deal with it.
That's
He's gonna
God's
deal with it for
business.
me. Yep, that's God's business. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna let him deal with it.
yeah.
Yes,
Yo,
indeed, man.
yo. On the really though, like
Yeah.
one day I said I was going. I said I was going to Ghana, right? Now it'll make it difficult. I promise it'll make it difficult for me to move to Ghana, but it's not difficult to go to Portland though. Portland, Jamaica, by the way. That's a parish.
B.
Look it up.
B.
So,
Portland is beautiful.
Just give
You're
me a
still on the
second.
North Coast.
Give me a sec. You on that North Coast, brother. Jamaica, man. What was wrong with you people? Like the North Coast is the only thing in this
It's not.
beautiful country.
not.
Like
I like the Southwest Coast. I do.
brother.
I like it over there.
Brother, you hurt my head. You hurt my
I
head.
love it.
You're talking like a foreigner, man. Come on, Quest.
what
You
you
know
want
the whole of Jamaica nice.
Yeah, Ayasa
and
nice.
worse. And yes,
Ayasa
nice.
nice.
And worse, Wayne Gray. I don't know if you realize that the road through St. Thomas is done.
Yes, praise God. Because
It's
before
done.
it was like driving on the moon.
Brother, the road coming through St. Thomas is DONE. So guess who's not going through St. Mary to go to Portland again?
Not you.
I'm shooting straight. I'm not going through
wasn't-
Stony Hill to go to Portland again. I'm going
wasn't-
straight through. Thank you. I'm going
Portland is
straight through.
Hey, Eva, we need to plan a trip and the whole gang of us just go out there, man, and kick it for like a week and get a Airbnb and have David and Moni and them come stay with us. You know what I'm saying? An adult trip. Kids can't go on this trip. You know what I'm saying? Yep.
Medellin.
Medea.
Okay.
All right, D, man. What we diving into today, man?
All right, so here's the thing. First of all, y'all need to go to marriageaintforsuckers.com. It's like a link tree, but it's turned up. It's a turned up link tree. And listen, let me make sure. I'm going to pull it up and make sure that I did my work right the other day.
Yep.
Marriage. How you spell that? Hey, Quest.
David, I'm not. You know what? You're not going to do me like that out here.
No, but you can handle that.
Marriage.
Thank you. I know you can. So listen, because we had a little bet a minute ago, and we were talking about some word that could have had 85 different spellings, and Quest chose the wrong spelling, so
Dave
I didn't
gave
have
me
to.
a big fat F.
That you failed the spelling bee. Yeah. So anyway, so here's the thing I need you to see. Like I'm gonna put it up on my screen here. You just watch my screen. Oh no, but I don't want y'all all in my business. Okay. Watch my screen. You have to be careful when you put your screen up.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, anyway, yeah. So boom, you see that right there, Quest? Look at
I
that.
see it.
Look on that.
Wicked.
Watch out. Watch
Wicked.
that. So listen, we're doing something very special for the single women. Women dating and relationship questions.
I can't.
And this is for as long as we can. I don't know if forever is the right terminology, but this is not something this is not a time, it's not a challenge, it's not a thing we're doing for now. This is like, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna click this lady's face, boom. When you click her face, then it's gonna load up another page, like sometime today. I may be on the wrong Wi-Fi. And then you're gonna see Quest and I saying basically, please put your questions down below. In the video, you click the button and then boom. And I think, Eva did say that she was going to do it because she had pinged me on Facebook to see, what's good with that.
I don't want women to think that you can only do one question because it's going to be up for an extended period
forever,
of time.
as long as it makes sense. We're going to continue to do it, man.
Yep. Because and here's the funny thing: we're compiling the data as well. Because I like for real, I'm tired of hearing people say the dating pool got pee in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, yo, what do you think about the dating pool? Somebody said,
I've never
yeah.
heard that one before.
Somebody
Yeah.
said it got pee in it.
Yeah.
I'm not swimming in it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
totally giving up. But I think that's the wrong outlook to have. Very rarely do you hear me say that's wrong. But this is like legit wrong outlook to have.
Yeah.
It really, if you ask me, being married is tied in, you know what I'm saying? And me and my homegirl was having this conversation today. It's tied into your salvation. It's tied
Yeah.
into legacy.
Yeah.
Any other way that you do it, it's going to be kind of.
Yeah. So let's get with this. So I
Yeah.
put a 60-second clock on that, Eva. So I want you to submit 87 videos if you got 87 questions. One good question per video, 60 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can ram, 2 questions into 60 seconds, go for it. But yeah, and we're going to play it right on screen.
Yep.
This is something we're going to play. So we're going to hear your voices. We're going to see your faces. We're going to hear and see and experience whatever's coming across, and we're going to deal with it. And one day we will finally be able to have you in the room. We're just getting you warmed up because I would prefer, I would prefer that you'd be right here. I don't want to just listen to a question. I want you to be on screen and we talk.
Yep.
We actually have the experience, but we're going to start with the questions to get y'all warmed up. And I just can't wait. Literally, I can't wait. So yeah, it's dope. And let's start next week, Quest. Let's start pushing the video. We're going to actually have the questions. Like we're going to do one next week, at least one next week. You see, at least one next week. And I'm calling it. It's going to be LaShonda Collins. Next week, we're going to hear and see LaShonda Collins and we keep it pushing. So
Absolutely.
yeah,
Absolutely.
That's what it is. So that's what we on today, man. I put in my little machine. I call it the machine.
Yep.
I call it the machine, just so you can kind of get a feel. Like I said to the machine, give me a list of questions that single women have. It's not because I don't know, because we've been working on this since 2016. Low key,
Yes, sir.
Quest.
Yes, sir.
You and me, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
I apologize. Apropos, pause. So yeah, you didn't hear that clearly. So, all right. I had the machine come up with a bunch of questions. Let me know if any of these resonate with anybody. How can I identify red flags in a relationship? How many times have people actually asked us that question?
Oh, 1,000,001 times.
Oh my goodness. And I'm so disruptive. I will not front. Because Quest knows I am hard on people like me. You know who people like me are, Quest?
Yes.
They're men. So if you have the chromosomal makeup to be called a male, I'm hard. I'm not going to lie. Probably because I was brought up by women. Probably because I have my big sister. I have my mother. I have my nieces, 3 nieces. Right? I always wanted a daughter and never had one. And so I keep adopting baby sisters and stuff because I'm just built for this, right? And I know men are not always on the wrong end of the thing. But my brain is always on like, prove me wrong. Like, prove me wrong, brother. And I know it's my problem. It's not your problem. So I ride with women, full stop. And so that's part of the reason why, like, this exists, because that's me. So how can I identify red flags in a relationship? Like what? People, we were talking about cheating last week.
Yes.
And I'm like, yo, if a person cheats, let him go. I'm not talking about a married person. We're talking about single. That's why I said single. Let him go. Here's another. I'll just read a couple of them, a couple more off, Quest, and we can just talk. But
yes.
What are the best ways to meet new people? I'm not trying to tackle that because I think that LaShonda asked that question on the video. Yeah. So we'll deal with that when we really deal with it. And here's one, Quest. And this should resonate with Eva. This is on financial security stuff. Ooh. How do I plan for retirement as a single woman?
Oh.
How do I plan for retirement? Like, that's amazing.
So this person actually is entertaining retirement as a single individual.
Yeah. Like I've done singles workshops. And a lot of times we speak to the people we think are single. Like
somebody who is, of a certain age, and then we forget that there are mature singles. There are mature singles who are single because of divorce. Unfortunately, some who are single due to death. There are singles who are mature who just chose not to be married for whatever their reasons. And so the challenges are not the same challenges, considering all of these varying reasons why people are single. In this case, I'm talking about women, though. You see?
So there's a number of different things that are going through my mind. Like, I can understand widow. I can understand divorce. I can understand that, and being at a particular age. There was one couple at my church in Atlanta a couple of years ago. They had grown children, and they decided to divorce, and it was heartbreaking for me, because I loved them as a couple, and looked up to them. Of course, they were much old, not much older, but they were older than I was. They were old enough to be my parents' younger brother or sister, if you will.
Understood.
But my mind, David, goes to those who are planning for retirement, who are not in relationship, have not been divorced, have never been married. And I'm like, you're totally entertaining retirement, being single. Like, why is relationship not an option? Because here's my thing. If you're entertaining that, like going into retirement as a single, I get that. What is the alternative to not being in relationship? Are you just planning to live the life of a monk? You know what I'm saying? Or just like somebody?
Well, some people want that though, legit,
and that's fine. Like, if you want to dedicate your life to the ministry, and
not monk. I'm just talking about being single, bro. Like some people just want to be single.
Well, that's fine. If you want to be single. Right. But I'm talking about single and not have somebody in your life on any level. When I say any romantic level.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes. If that's what you want to do, then fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Good. But for somebody who's saying, there's other alternatives. And I'm like, what other alternatives are there to being married? Because there's some people out here like, I got money already. I got this already. And I just want somebody to come in to break me off every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. I need you to translate what you mean by break me off every now and then. What does break?
David, I think the people know what I'm saying.
No, you can think that, brother, but I'm a communicator.
Okay.
You need to be very clear on what break me off means.
Scratch my sexual itch.
I don't know what that means, kid. I do not know.
No, you trying to get me in trouble. That's what you trying to do.
No, son. The colloquialisms are not good enough. So you said it. Now, what does it mean?
They're not good enough. There are those who think that I can have somebody come in and fulfill my sexual desire every once in a while, but it is not cloaked or in the container of marriage.
Clear.
Right? And if that's the mindset, then yeah, that's destructive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you ever scratch something too hard?
Yeah.
Until it bleed?
Broke skin.
Broke skin? Yeah, so don't try to satisfy your sexual itch that way. It's not good. But that's I think that's a whole different thing. So, yeah, I'm being non-committal today.
Though.
What do you say?
I said, my analogy. Sex is the fire, marriage is the fireplace.
I've never heard that before. And when you said it, the first time I heard you say it, I was just like, oh my goodness, this is really, because, I'm a hole poker. So I'm looking for a way for it not to work. Just because it's natural for me. And I'm like, no, that thing works. What you just said.
Where else, if you're in the house, where else are you going to start the fire?
There's plenty places to start, but your analogy it holds up, bro. I mean, you can start on the stove. But
it's meant to be started on the stove for the purposes of cooking. But if like just a open fire to,
you can burn your living room down if you do it other way. You don't want to do that. Yeah. Yeah, so that's good. That's good. You know, I want to say something tongue in cheek. It's not really tongue in cheek, but
Yeah.
I know people will laugh. So our homegirl Stacia,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Stasia's grandpa, who I don't remember at what age he passed away, and it was recent.
Mm-hmm.
But Stasia's grandpa married again because his first wife had passed away some years before.
Mm-hmm.
The brother was 100 and odd when he got married, bro. His next marriage, he married a 99-year-old woman, bro. Brother, there were two people that are older than a lot of our listeners' grandparents who got married. I think she was 99. All I know is he was over $1 and the lady was over 90. And if there's a correction, it was still 90 plus for both of them. But E.E. Rogers was over 100 years old when he got married, his second marriage. Yeah.
So don't tell me it can't happen.
He was just like, I need to be married. And the woman that he married was like, yo, I need to be married too. So it was like, well, why don't we get married to each other?
Can I say this
So
again?
dope.
Shouts out to my sis that I had a conversation with earlier on today.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the things that came up for those of us who are thinking about relationship. Like, you cannot give up on, because there's some that have just like completely given up.
Yeah.
But you've given up because you've tried to apply the principles of all the other areas of your life to relationship, and that's not how this works.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's a certain development for that particular area. And here, guess what? The thing is already in you.
Yeah.
Right? I always say, that when I go to the gym and I develop muscle that's already there. You can't develop muscle from...
Oh, you're not creating muscle.
Yeah, no, you're not creating. You're developing what's already
muscle.
there. Everybody has muscle. Even some of the most... and I'll use their terminology, obese people have muscle too. They've got muscle. It just so happens that it's fat on top of the muscle, but that muscle can still be developed. David.
No, I'm thinking in music. I think in music.
Yes. Well, what's the song, David?
Move your muscle. Come on. Move your muscle. Don't front like you didn't hear that song.
I did hear the song.
Okay. So I'm always hearing music in my brain.
In your brain.
Yes.
But the muscle must be developed. The thing that you need is already in you. It just needs development. That's all.
Yes.
And so you can get to the place where you can make the right decision as to who you want to choose in terms of a mate. But the thing that we were saying or discussing, me and my homegirl today, was the fact that if you give up, and let's say you're a female and you got one brother that's a sibling,
a woman,
right? You're a woman and you have a brother as a sibling. There are, like me and my sister's dynamic. If my sister doesn't marry, right now, of course, she's going to carry on her husband's name, but I have to marry, because if I didn't, then the green name, as far as my parents are concerned, would end with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got friends right now who are married but have no desire to have children. Okay, cool. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But he got 2 other brothers and one of them just had a child. So the name's going to live on.
Mm-hmm.
And they got another partner. He got another brother who just got married. And at some point, I know he going to have children.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But legacy is definitely comes into the conversation when you're talking about giving up on, because what you don't want to do, because people are like, well, why do I need to be married to have children? Because there are people who do it. But how unfair is that to that child?
Yeah. Yo, here's some more questions on a lighter note, right?
Yeah.
So I have a cousin named Eva Michelle. Well, actually, Eva is my first cousin, and her daughter is Eva Michelle. So Eva Michelle, I'm not going to put her videos up on the thing. Yeah.
I just looked at Eva Palacios. She's
Yeah.
hilarious. She said, "Ha, okay, 87 videos, got it."
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. I ain't playing.
I ain't playing. Let's go. For
Yeah.
real, for real.
We got the capacity. So
Come on.
Eva Michelle has traveled more places than anybody I know. And I know some travelers. I know some world travelers.
Yeah.
And so here's a question. She didn't ask it, but it's here on this little Chat GPT thing. What should I pack for a solo trip?
Ooh, that's
What
good.
are the best destinations for solo travel? It's a real question.
Where do you want to go?
You see what I mean? Like, it's a real question. So when Eva Michelle goes, like, Simone gave her tripod. Well, she gave her some kind of moniker, and she calls my cousin Tripod Bay.
I
Cause
like
son,
that.
cause son, if you see Eva's videos and pictures, and she's vegan too, she plant-based.
Yeah.
I didn't know so many places around the world could facilitate this thing.
Yeah.
And I'm looking on this thing like, what in the world? But it is a consideration. She said, and my cousin, she's hilarious. And it was weird. I didn't like the joke, but she was like, I've only been robbed once. I'm like, only been robbed once. But it's a consideration because first of all, she hot. And she's not me. So her hands and feet, she not official.
Mm-mm. You
Right?
touch me.
So she not, and that comes up on this thing too. It says, what did it say? Where is it? It's coming up. It's here. It says, what self-defense techniques should I know? Somebody in the gym actually asked me, because they see that I keep a little sharp. And the woman said, tell me what teach you. And her man friend was right there. He a big old boy. She was big too. Like I don't want neither one of them holding on to me. But she was like, can you teach me what you know? And I was like, no. What I know is dangerous, first of all, and you don't need to know it. She was like, but, all right, so here what happened. In a taxi the other day, the man in the driver's seat, so it's two men in a taxi and a woman. The man pulls up pull up the little handle on the seat and pushes it back into her so she can't get out the back seat, and the dude next to her, and then they have their way with her. And I said, you know what, sis? First of all, there's nothing I can teach you that would help you with that. Yep. You need to go get a firearm.
Yep.
And you start busting holes in the floorboard, and then and they will stop. Whatever they think they about to do.
Yep.
But that's a consideration, not because somebody needs to be protected.
Yep.
But what I'm saying is it's something to think about.
Yes, sir.
Like if it was she and her husband, or she and her man friend in the same back seat, would that have happened? Yes or no? It's a consideration. So it's like, okay, well, you get a licensed firearm. If you try it and you start squeezing in that little bitty car, then I think it's a different discussion.
I tell you this, you talking about in the floorboard.
I'm just saying, you don't expect it because you're not going to be able to draw in that little Toyota. You're not going to be able to draw and then start aiming properly. But as soon as you rack it and start busting holes in whatever happens, then them dudes can't wait for you to get out the car. And then when you can put it where it needs to go on the target, then it goes where it goes. But I'm just saying, you start hearing that in that tiny little car, these guys have a little different story about what's about to happen in that car. You see what I'm saying? So these are things, like, it's a question. I didn't make it up. It's just something here. Like, what effective ways to set and achieve personal goals? And on we go. So I'm not going to deal with this stuff in a vacuum. I'm just saying this is what the machine is talking about. I want to hear y'all. I want to hear your voices. That's all I got.
That's it. That's the part.
Yep.
I want to hear your voices.
Yeah.
But that's legit. That question right there starts bringing me back to the whole reason why or who I need to be in. Because people don't think you need to be somebody in order to date. You do.
Yeah, I definitely did. I did. And my mentor, one of my big bros, not blood brothers, when I almost got married 25 years ago and didn't, and then I had a 2-year window or so, and it was just like, so what do I do during this time? He said, you need to become the best you can be. That's how that got on the front of the podcast, bro. I'm hearing Daryl in my head. To become the best me that I can be is what he taught me. And it was very helpful to me. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Yeah, because what do I need for personal development? That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And on we go. So we're not going to be theoretical next week. LaShonda, your video's up first. And like I say, at some point, we're going to put a form on the page to say, if you want to come on the program and we talk real talk, because I'm not really about the video life. I do want to do the videos and we will continue to do the videos, but I'd rather have a conversation.
And I'm going to try to get Sis on here. And when she come on,
Who Tifa? Oh, my bad.
You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, yes, I do. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she come on, this conversation finna be lit.
Yeah. And what I need, if and when she does come, is not for her to instruct. I want to hear from her. Like, I want her to act. I'm not saying I don't, because we know she don't. But I want to hear from her because she's always giving. I want to hear so we can pour in. You feel me? So
Yep.
yeah. So that's what it is, everybody. Marriage Ain't for Suckers is still Marriage Ain't for Suckers. But listen, Quest and I got certified years ago together, or at the same time, I should say, to save marriages before they start.
That's right.
Save marriages before they start. So there are people who have no intention and don't want to be married, and then they choose to get married because society pressured them, the home front, mommy, daddy, uncle pressured them, or they just didn't want to be alone and they thought that was the answer. And it's just like, if you really legit want to be married, that's one thing. But if it's an answer to what you think is loneliness, then listen, don't do that to yourself, because you can be locked up in the house with some dude and still be lonely. Like, don't do that. Please, not for that reason.
I sound like a broken record. This is the reason why development is important. Because as long as you're making decisions from that place to be in relationship because you don't want to be lonely, it's yet that much more of a reason why you should not be in anybody's relationship.
Not a romantic one. That's
no,
right.
no, not a romantic one. Because the minute that you do something that your partner does something in the relationship that causes you to feel lonely, it may not be them trying to make you feel lonely, but the moment that you feel that is the relationship gonna go left.
Exactly.
Because you think they're responsible for you not feeling lonely.
All right. So there are other ways to resolve the feeling of loneliness. Being married to just be married is definitely not the way. That is a horrible idea. Is it easy for me to say? Well, no, not really, because I haven't always been married. Like so. It just happens that I've been married for 22 years. But before that, I was grown. I didn't get married as a baby, bro.
Or to get out of the house.
Yeah, that's a crazy idea. But that's easy for me to say, too, because I left home when I was 15. So, yeah. So, but yeah, please, y'all stay tuned in, man. Keep it locked. Please, men and women, please share that link tree. It's not really a link tree, but it's what it looks like. Marriage Ain't for Suckers with a Z at the end. Suckers, AZAZ.com. What you smiling for?
Okay, because you said Zed.
I say something wrong?
Over there, Americans don't know what Zed is.
So is only Americans I'm talking to?
No, you're talking to Jamaicans, but I think it might be a lot more Americans than Jamaicans you're talking to.
I cannot leave people out.
No, you can't.
Just like you had to really start saying what you were trying to say about that sex earlier. So I figured I can say Z and I can say Zed.
You can't say Zed. I'm just laughing because.
Good. Marriage Ain't for SUCKAZ or Z.com. Yeah, Marriage Ain't for Suckers. Like, go there and put your videos in. My sisters and mommies and aunties and daughters and nieces, like, let's go get them. And this is gonna improve what we talk about on the program. Because Quest and I, we've been at this for a lot of years, bro. A lot of years. And it's just been us, and I'm over it. Not because I don't love Quest. We can do it. We can wax, but I would much prefer to hear these folks' voices and see their faces.
Yeah, more importantly, I want to meet the need.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
see, that's why we doing what we doing, so we can meet the need. Because there's some crazy. I'm gonna say this and then I'm off of it. me and sis was having the conversation today, and she said she went to go do a seminar somewhere, and she asked some questions of the adults to see what years or how long they've been married, and nobody in that room had been married over 20 something years. And I was like, wow. And then she asked an 18-year-old, what is your idea about marriage? And he gave her one word, and that one word was irrelevant.
I mixed up who you were saying sis was.
Yeah.
I take back what I said. Now
Okay.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about her earlier before we came on.
Yes.
Yeah, I take back what I said about instruction. The sis I was talking about is unmarried.
Yeah, no.
Not the one that you're talking about. So I take it back. I got
okay.
you.
Okay.
Yes, I take back what I was saying.
Yeah, if we get her on here, it's going to be lit. It's going to be lit.
I promise.
It's going to be lit. But the one word that he said, 18 years old, what is marriage to you? And he said, irrelevant. And I was blown. Like, if that's what our young people's idea is of marriage, then our future, our love, our lifestyle, our legacy is in trouble.
I see what you did there. Yeah, that's right.
You
That's
saw
right,
that?
King. Yeah, I saw what you did there where you said our love, our lifestyle, our legacy. I've heard that somewhere. Greenhouse. Shout out to the Greenhouse.
Yeah, shout out to Greenhouse.
Yeah. Should I play this real quick? And then we can go? Okay, so let me play this. Play this. I can pronounce that. I can enunciate. So here it is. Let's see what we have here. If the audio is coming in, not as yet. All right. We're gonna go back, circle back.
Circle back again. I am it.
Wheel and come again.
Start it from the top again.
All right, here we go.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Quest, man. Welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. It's your host, Quest Green. You already know what it is. That dude over there, that's my brother from another mother, my man, my mellow, my man, L, the anomaly, David, hear me. I'm tearing it up already. LD, the anomaly, Harris. Let's go.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. But Quest, you're confusing my brain.
Why? What happened?
You're confusing my brain. This
Why?
is not the Marriage Ain't for Suckers program, bro. That's
It's
not what
not?
we're doing. That's not what we're doing today, man.
That's not what we doing today?
No, it's Ask Quest and Dave, bro. You don't see that behind me? You don't see that up there? Like, this is what...
Ask Quest and Dave.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
My bad. Now that they know who we are, though.
Okay, yeah. So you had to do that. So thank you.
Yeah. No doubt.
But real talk, like, it's 2024 right now. Like, right this moment, it's 2024. We've been working on something since 2016. I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed.
Bro.
I'm ashamed. But since 2016, we've been thinking about these women, Quest.
Mm-hmm.
Single women.
Single.
You have questions. We definitely have answers.
We do.
You can consider us your big brothers, your uncle, your unk, whatever you want to call us, right? But sometimes men don't make a lot of sense in relationships. And we're talking about single women. That's right, sometimes. I think I said that because, I'd be hard on the brothers sometimes.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, yeah. But dating and relationship questions.
Yeah.
That's what we need. You can read all of the stuff right below our faces right here. But when you're done doing that, please just upload or record a video. We want your questions and we're going to answer them. So that's what it is, Quest. What's on your mind? Let's get them out.
We are trying to get those questions answered. Here's the reason, D. I believe that there's a focus on the dating and not enough on the development. But that's some backdoor stuff we want to talk about, right? But I want to get the feelings, the thoughts, what's on your heart in terms of the dating scene, just dating in general, whatever your questions from me. And do me a favor, we can handle it all. Anything from A to Z and everywhere in between. Tell them.
That's it. Sex, money, murder, everything else in between.
You already know.
Because, a lot goes on in relationships, and we want to do our best to assist. Again, single women, please put your recordings right down below us, and we'll definitely get to them. All right? Yeah. Now that we know what we're doing, I guess we could say we out.
How my man used to say, what happened to peace?
Peace.
I love it, man.
You know, it's
When
funny.
I
It
see
was confusing a lot of people now. Like, how many quests and how many days? LaShonda, your video is first next week. We're on next week, next Thursday, LaShonda. So we got the video. So let's go.
We're gonna touch that.
Yeah. So Quest, I think we've done enough today.
We have, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have.
Yeah. So yeah.
I'm just saying, and I'm appealing to the ladies to help us get this work done. If you want somebody who'll spend time on the solutions and try to make it better, man, please do. Shoot us them questions, man. Let's get it in.
Let's go.
There you have it, y'all.
All right, y'all.
I hope you've enjoyed your time with. Marriage is about mutual love and mutual respect, and it works for those willing to make it work. Real talk, our spouses are treasured jewels given to us to make life better. And the sooner we learn to value one another will be the sooner we become the absolute best versions of ourselves we can be. Until next time, peace.